Every time I post a video, like a week later, I get comments asking if I'm dead. Like, guys, I've been posting monthly for like 2 years now. How are you not used to this yet? So since a lot of you seem interested in my work process, I thought it would be interesting to talk a little bit about how I make these videos, and at the same time answer the burning question of why they take so long to come out. Now obviously this is just going to be from my perspective, but hopefully this will give you a bit of insight as to why pretty much everyone who makes animated videos takes so heckin' long to make them. So firstly, the main reason is probably that I'm doing all of this basically entirely by myself. You know, YouTubers are known as these people who make videos from the bedroom. Only when your channel is really big and the big cash money dollars start coming in can you afford to hire people to take on portions of your work. It's no different for animators like myself. So sadly, I can't really afford to bring on extra animators and definitely not an entire team. I know some of you would be willing to help me out for cheap or even for free, but personally I think that would be kinda disrespectful of me to take that offer. Your time is worth more than that. Honestly, part of me just kinda likes having all of the control over my projects. I don't know if I'm articulate enough to get across my exact vision to a team of people, and I would probably be too anxious to tell them if they needed to change something. I don't like ordering people around. I can also get a bit indecisive with my videos, so it's useful to be able to easily go back in and change stuff at any point. Sometimes I hire someone to help me out with the sound design, but it's often the very last thing I'll have to do because I need to sync it up with what's going on screen. So I'll have like 1 day before the release date, which is not really enough time for a sound designer to do everything. They'd also do revisions, and also time zones make everything really complicated. I want to give them enough time to work on it and not feel rushed, and 1 or 2 days is not enough for that. The next reason is that animation takes really long. You gotta think about it like this. When you record a video, it only takes about as much time as you record for to create the recording. Then you have a video. You can now edit it and do whatever you want with it. But when you animate, you're creating all of that footage completely from scratch, and then editing it and all that other stuff. If you've ever drawn, like, literally anything, you'll know that it takes a little while to get what you're looking for. Now take that process and multiply it 100 times, and you've got animation. Now, I take little shortcuts with my animation to speed up the process, such as not drawing sketches if possible, and using as few frames as I can. Work smart, not hard is the motto, and it's something most of the animation industry follows too. I mean, if they didn't, nothing would ever get done. Even so, it's still an extremely long and tedious process. I've recently started live streaming some of my video making process on my second channel, Chipflake Live Streams. Real creative name, I know. Anyway, this should help put into perspective just how gosh darn long this stuff takes. Even with my very simple style, it could take hours to animate just 1 second. So I don't blame people for cutting down on it or hiring people to do it for them. I would have quit a long time ago if the final result wasn't so rewarding. Another reason is that sometimes my brain gets really stuck for ideas. Well, more specifically, ideas that I'm super passionate about. For example, I may have a bunch of ideas for skits, but if I just got finished making a really hefty one, I'll have a hard time getting motivated for the next. This one's honestly not so bad anymore since I've started writing down every single idea I have, no matter how bad it seems at the time. I pretty much always come up with video ideas during my free time rather than during brainstorming sessions. I guess it makes sense that I get more inspiration from going outside or on the internet than looking at a piece of paper. But yeah, my method of combating the lack of ideas is to write down every single shred of an idea I have. Then, when it comes time to write a new script, I'll often be able to expand on them in a way that I hadn't thought of before. So yeah, chip tip, don't throw away your ideas even if you think they're bad, cause you might be able to use them later. Something else is one that a lot of people probably don't really think about, and that is that making YouTube videos is not the only part of my job. I also spend time working on Patreon rewards, answering DMs, doing sketches and audio messages, and coming up with merch ideas and designs takes a lot longer than a lot of people think too. Also, whenever I want to update my graphics like my icon and banner, I gotta spend time making those too. Then sure, I could just quit all of these things and focus solely on making videos, but I would get pretty heckin' burnt out. Having all of these other smaller projects to work on in between videos is a really good way to keep my brain entertained while earning money to go towards my bills and things. If I didn't have all of these side projects, videos would probably take even longer to come out because I'd be burnt out and need to take breaks all the time. Also, this way I get to interact with you all a bit more and create cool things. So that's basically all the main reasons why my videos often take up to a month to come out. Honourable mentions that don't happen as often but still play a role in delaying a video's release include getting sick, technology issues. Ironically, I wrote this script before working on my next video, so it was originally just an honourable mention, as something that doesn't happen very often or set me back very far. Then I proceeded to delete an entire month's work after I accidentally didn't back it up properly while upgrading my PC. So for the love of dog, please regularly back up your work and double, triple, quadruple check it before deleting the original versions. I went on a trip and didn't plan very well for it, and I tried something that didn't work out and had to redo everything. I have to say though, I don't really get a lot of bad comments about my videos taking so long. Most of the impatient people are just impatient because they're excited for more content, and most of you understand the work that goes into these videos and are chill with the wait time, which I really appreciate. I've gone through phases of panicking about my upload schedule, cutting down on my breaks so I could put out more videos so the YouTube algorithm wouldn't yeet my channel into the abyss. But I don't have to do that because of people like yourself who appreciate animation and keep coming back to support me, and all the other creators who need a little extra time to perfect their work. I know that I would earn more money if I would upload more often, but I like making animations. I like pushing myself to improve and coming up with new creative ways to express my silly ideas. And although there is a limit as to how crazy I can get with my graphics and animations, I really enjoy making them as professional and nice to look at as I can. And I do kind of take pride in the fact that I do it all by myself. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and maybe learned a couple things. If you would like to see me make more of these behind the scenes type videos, let me know what you want to see. In the meantime, you can check out my streaming channel if you want. I only stream the animation because that's the only part of the video process where I can work and talk to chat at the same time, so I'm not live super often, but if that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in the description. Alrighty, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.